So I'm in Manado, and I remember Manado is in Indonesia, but I remember a long time ago when I was in the Manila, just trying to walk around. It was almost impossible because other than the shopping malls, there were no sidewalks. So one way that you can think about city governance is whether or not they even have sidewalks in developing countries. What's interesting is that this is a relatively small town of 500,000 people in Indonesia. And you can see they have sidewalks, which is nice, but they've got kind of another system down here as well. So I wonder if a lot of the planning is really designed to conserve water, or if it actually places water first, or the capture of rainwater first over, say, walkability. But there are a lot of people who are studying these issues, but things are getting better to the extent that the population meets the expectations of the national government. So I think with Jakarta, the city was basically planned for about half the population, half of the existing population. So obviously they're having problems with water and everything else. And the real issue though is, especially when you travel places that are developing, you'll see that, when it was first built, it was nice. And something happened. The maintenance just didn't quite keep up. And that has to do with the weather. It has to do with pollution. You get monsoons here all the time. You get rain here all the time. And so even if you build it with solid concrete, in about 5 years, you'll have an upkeep problem. So weather and water really do dictate on many levels the kind of city development that you're going to see. And unfortunately, whether it's in Manila or in Manado, you've got a preference for shopping malls because they're able to, just build a structure that essentially sort of preserves in a shell, shops and property and so on. And if you don't have that sort of corporate shell, literally and figuratively, you do end up with what looks like tenement housing, in a sense, right? You've got your corrugated metal roof and all that. So, when you're thinking about city planning, you want to think about, not just how to build something, but how to maintain it.